So I was going live on my TikTok account, and a couple of transphobes hopped on, and I told them exactly how I felt about the way that they felt. And they decided to be big fat babies and report my account for bullying, which means that I can't go live on my TikTok account for the next 24 hours. I don't know what that means for you guys, but in my world, it's just an opportunity to hop on here and have a conversation with y'all instead. That's nothing against my TikTok followers who are awesome, but just to say that the internet population at large is kind of shitty. I don't have any other way to put it. So, if you're out in the world and you've got any questions about being a working musician or how to make this an income stream, hit me up. Just trying to spend a little time sharing my my wisdom and what I've learned with other folks, if that's an option. But seems like that may not be the case. Transphobes got small wieners, and if you are so afraid of trans men, it's because you know that they're better men than you are. Anywho. But like, I've released a lot of information over the past couple of days talking about like band stuff and pay stuff. And most nights of the week I'm busy, but this is a rare occasion where I'm not. So if you have questions in regards to this kind of thing, hit me up. Let's talk about it. Or don't. Who's to say? But it doesn't seem like anybody's paying attention right now. And that's fine. I'll just play nondescript music behind it. Actually, it's probably should be up here, right? Haha. Doodly doo. put something up here for all my friends. Let's see if anybody says anything. So let's see. This past week so far, got a solo gig. I played 3 hours, made $800, which is pretty cool. Got a couple of things coming up over the next few weeks. Yeah, I mean, I figured out a way to take music as a side business and make it profitable to a degree. If you want to know how to do that, ask a question. Love to know. Got band practice tomorrow night, and hoping to get some stuff sorted out. Working on some stuff for some work in the next couple of weeks, and just prepping for that. And yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on. If you want to get a question answered, or if you want to ask something, or tell me that you think I suck, that's kind of been the running information for tonight. But yeah, and to do this kind of thing, you gotta have thick skin. So let folks do what they're gonna do. And I was really bummed because I was having a really cool conversation with a buddy of mine who lives in New Zealand named Mikey, and we had to cut it off because somebody decided that being an insensitive loser and saying a bunch of transphobic crap was worth reporting my account just because I was like, hey, you're a terrible person. But it is what it is. And terrible people, the cool thing is that they just have to live their miserable lives. I can just go on doing all of the cool things that I'm doing and helping other people. And that's what I'm here to do, really. So yeah, it's sad and it's unfortunate, but we're here to make the most of it, because we're only here for a short time. So let's do that. But yes, Mikey, I agree. They are it is pretty unfortunate. Appreciate anybody who's stopped by. If you want to know anything, or you want to hear me wax poetic on how Tom DeLonge is the David Lee Roth of the millennial generation, and how Matt Skiba era Van Halen, Matt Skiba Blink-182 is just Van Hagar for millennials. I've got plenty to say about it. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Otherwise, we can just go about our business. And I'm planning on doing a video about promotional stuff this week. So I've got a couple of gigs coming up, and one of the things that I utilize a lot is like animated promo stuff. So not necessarily like video promos, but like moving flyers, if you will. And that seems to be effective. And I know a lot of folks don't really know how to set something like that up. So I was thinking about maybe making a video about that, or potentially some other stuff. I'm open to suggestion. I've got basically 48 hours to figure out what video comes out next. And I think that's something that I don't necessarily think a lot of you guys realize, is that for the most part, the video that goes out on Friday is recorded maybe on Wednesday at the latest. But that's just kind of the way that I've been able to operate. I've got a couple of, I always have like some kind of rough templates for things that I want to talk through and work. And then I use your input a lot to kind of determine, what is the focus of the week's video. But otherwise, it's just, I come up with an idea, I write some stuff out, I record it on Wednesday or Thursday, and it comes out on Friday. The thing that usually takes the longest amount of time is just trying to figure out some of the B-roll and just the cinematography behind what's actually happening. The video I shot last week about AbleSet and what it can do in Ableton Live, I think the scripted part took maybe 40 minutes to kind of wrap up, maybe an hour total from like script to recording. But I spent, I think, the next 2 days doing B-roll and just screen capture for the actual like features of the product. That's what takes the longest. Just talking through the things I know or the things I've learned is pretty easy. Doesn't take that much work at all. So trying to figure out what we're doing this week for the podcast, because my co-host Dan is out of pocket. He's not available, and I've got a potential interview that I'm gonna do, but I have to make sure that they're available and we can get it all sorted in time for the episode to be released on Friday. And that's the challenge. It's not super glamorous stuff. It's but that's how it works. That's how the sausage gets made. And it seems like not a bunch of folks are available right now. That's okay. It is a random, it's 9:15 on the East Coast on a Tuesday night. So makes sense that folks may not be available. And I didn't put any sort of preface to it. I had no plan on going live on YouTube this evening. But because TikTok is a cesspool of the dregs of humanity, I ended up over here. So seems like I'm just going to call it a night. So appreciate anybody who tuned in. If you have any questions or want to hear something going on, leave a comment on the nearly 400 videos that are on this channel. And otherwise, we'll catch up later on in the week. Thanks a lot.